Alright, hi everybody. In this video we're going to learn how to wrap objects around the canvas. So when an object leaves one side of the canvas, it will appear on the opposite side of the canvas. So let's see how this works. To make this happen, we're going to use a plugin. So in your search bar, look under matter-wrap. That should give you a GitHub website that says a coordinate wrapping plugin for matter.js. So just click on that and then scroll down. There's a demonstration there for you. Under install, it says get the matter-wrap.js file directly. So we'll click on that and we'll see the file here. I'm going to click on the raw button here and that will give me the file in a text format. So just right click it and hit save as, and it will automatically save it as a JavaScript file. So save it wherever you want. I'm just going to hit save. There, now I have it downloaded to my computer. Now we need to upload it to the P5 web editor. So under the P5 web editor, click on this little arrow beside sketch files and upload file, and we'll just drag and drop the matter-wrap.js file in there. There, now it is in our sketch files. Now we need to add it to our index.html file. So click on that. You're going to have to add this script tag. Script src is equal to, and in quotations put the name of the file, matter-wrap.js, and then / script to close it out. Now we're ready to use the matter-wrap.js file, so let's see how we can use it. In our sketch file, the first thing I'm doing is installing the plugin. So I'm using matter.use and putting the matter-wrap in quotation marks, and that will allow matter.js to use this matter-wrap plugin. Now we need to add it to our shapes. What shapes do we want to wrap around the canvas? Just looking at my render, I'm setting my width to 500 pixels and my height to 500 pixels, and below here I'm also disabling gravity, so I'm setting engine.gravity.y is equal to 0. Normally it's equal to 1, and I'm declaring an empty array for the particles that I'm making. And then I have two constants. My width is equal to render.options.width is the width value I passed into my render, and this render.options.height is the value, 500 pixels, of the height that I put in my option. So I'm just keeping track of them in these two variables, width and height. Now let's go to the shapes. That's in the setup function. In the setup function, I made a constant called particle options, and that's going to tell matter.js how will the particles act and what will the particles look like. I'm setting my friction and air friction to 0. Air friction is the friction going through the air. Friction is when they touch each other, how sticky they are to each other. So I'm setting that to 0 so we don't lose any energy. And now I'm going to use my plugin. To use the plugin, you're setting in two values. You're setting the minimum X and Y position that you want to wrap, and you need to set a max value. As the X and Y gets bigger, what value does it need to be when it wraps around? So let's play with the min and max to see how these work. I've changed the minimum X to 100 and Y is 100, and nothing is going above that line. And the maximum value is the width of the screen divided by 2. Once it fully crosses that line, then it will wrap to the left hand side. And the maximum value is height divided by 2. So take the full height divided by 2 there. So if it wraps down here, it's going to appear here. If it goes down here, it's going to appear up here. You can make your wrapping as big or small as you want. It doesn't have to be the full width of the canvas. Okay, now all we have to do is pass our particle options into the shape that we're making. Here I'm making a loop and creating a circle called particle, and I'm passing in the particle options that we declared up here. So the wrapper is now passed into the particle. And then I'm adding each particle to the particles array by pushing the particle into that array, and then I'm adding the particles array to the world using the matter.composite.add for it to show. And that's it. That's how to use matter-wrap plugin.